Good morning, everybody, and happy Wednesday. Second best day of the week. I think you guys all know my favorite days of the week by now, but I'm still going to keep mentioning them. What a great response we're having this week. You guys are just loving it. Don't forget, on Facebook, we got our little thing to give away this guy on Friday. What we'll probably do is we'll probably do the draw right here live. I'm going to pull a name out. We'll give you a shout out on social media too if you miss it. And then please don't forget our Instagram planter. Wow, look at that, you can't see me. Isn't that better? But anyway, don't forget we've got this guy to give away on Instagram as well. Go follow us on either of the platforms, give a shout out. Let's get these guys into their new homes moving forward. Don't forget, subscribe. We're going to keep giving away seeds. We're going to have live plants soon. We're going to give you guys a sneak peek of that as well. So what's going on? Today, bit of a busy day. We're talking about, so all of those seeds we've done, all of the work we've done on our seedlings now, and we're eventually going to get ready to plant them. So we need to do some prep work. So today we're not going to talk about going outside. Still a little early for that. So I thought today we would talk about prepping pots and planters. Now this planter here is a veggie pot. I don't know if you guys remember when I drew our good friend Blake, but Blake actually, his dad invented the veggie pot. Huge shout out to them, those guys are awesome. This is one of my most favorite things I've seen in the gardening world in the last few years. It works incredible, and we're going to teach you guys how to plant them today. They're available on our website, all different covers, and it looks like Pac-Man. Come on, what's not to like about that? And we're going to plant some pots. So a lot of people have the misconception tomatoes need something huge and blah blah blah. A good-sized pot, excuse me, is all you really need to do tomatoes, and you've got all different colors and styles coming out here, so any of these would be suitable. I don't know how many you guys can see. I'm just going to keep doing the moving around so you can see them all. Any of these would be suitable for planting a tomato, but I think today I'm going to do a colorful one. It was a long winter. We've seen a lot going on, and I think I'm going to do a nice bright pink one. I think that's the way I want to go. It's nice and square, it's bright pink. Tomorrow when I plant a tomato, I'm going to put a bright red cage in it. Red and pink, normally you wouldn't put them together. In the garden, all bets are off. Everything works in a garden. You can see we got a nice little drainage hole. So let's start with this guy first. What am I going to put in here to make it work? I'm going to use, as you can see here, just a potting mix. There is a herb and vegetable one as well. We know there's a seed starting one. I've shown you guys that. There's all different kinds, but I'm going to use just a potting mix. The reason for that, if I'm being 100% honest, it's a bigger bag, so I had to grab less bags from over there. So essentially, laziness decided what I was planting in. But you know what? I'm surprisingly okay with that. So what we do, you take your bag, and I'm going to stand it up. You want to shake all your soil to the bottom. And then I have never done a planting like this before, so this is all brand new to me as well. Take your handy dandy pruners, use a knife, use a pair of scissors. Now the way I like to do it is I like to just cut across the top, just like that, open it up. And the reason for that is these bags are incredibly heavy duty. So what I always do is I keep these bags. Then as I go on during the season, when I'm working in my garden and I'm pulling out heavy rocks or big clumps of clay, they go in these bags instead of a regular garbage bag, or if I can't put them in my compost. This will hold up better. You go to lift it, the bottom doesn't fall out. So it's really, really easy to reuse these bags for their strength. Now, what I'm going to do here as well, I'm going to take off my wedding band and my watch, and I strongly advise when you guys do this, don't wear a button-up shirt. I did an interview this morning with the Heart Society, so I dressed up for it, and then I was like, I got a plant as well, and I'm rather overdressed for a planting, shall we say. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take our soil, and I'm just going to pour it in here. Okay, and we're gonna fill it up almost like we did, if you guys remember, with the seeds. We're gonna get all that out, got a big clump coming. This is great, because I get to make a mess. Like, this is epic level mess here. This isn't those, you know, small seeding messes. This is big level mess. So we get to do that, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna do the same thing, and we're just gonna push it down, but we're not gonna compact it. We don't want it firm. Again, the whole purpose here is we're just gonna allow those roots to spread. So we're gonna do that. You know what? This clump isn't gonna break up, still a little bit frozen, and that's okay. He's gonna go into there, and I'm gonna add a little bit more soil. So pretty much one of these large bags is gonna fill this guy up beautifully. And it's the same thing, like I said, I'm gonna firm it. I am not giving it two hands, not coming down that strong. One hand, and just nice and firm, nice and out. All I'm essentially doing is pushing out air pockets and making it so that it'll be stable and sturdy. And that's it. That's all I'm gonna add is one of those loose potting mixes. Now, our veggie pot. That's a whole other one, because he's a bit bigger. So again, same thing, shake my soil down from the top, take my handy dandy pruners, no gardener should be without, and I'm just gonna open the bag, again, cutting across the top. I want to keep these bags. They do come in unbelievably handy. And then I'm gonna pour this in here. We're gonna fill it right up. Same thing, I'm gonna move all that soil here. And I'm just gonna firm it down as I go. Now, because it's a bigger area, you can see I'm pushing down more. But that's because there is more soil here. I'm not doing a small, tighter area that'll really compact. This also has a reservoir bottom, so there's a lot more room for expansion. So I'm gonna push down. You know what? That needs a bit more. I'm still about that far from the top. So, I'm gonna take another bag here. And again, you don't have to use your pruners, use a knife, use scissors, however you feel safest opening the bag. Get a parent to help you, whatever it takes. I have opened a fair amount of these bags in my life, so that's how I'm comfortable doing it. But remember, safety first, safety first. You don't want to cut your finger and have a bandage, then you can't plant because you're gonna get soil in it, then you get an infection. That's no good for anybody, okay? Safety first. And then, we're gonna dump this guy in. That should be enough. So look at that, still got a bit left over. We can use that for any of our other pots. And I'm gonna cram this in. Look, another big frozen lump here. So now, with this one, as it's bigger and it's got a big reservoir at the bottom for the water, I'm actually gonna add another product, and that is, I'm adding an organic compost. This stuff is amazing. It's called sea soil. It's Canadian. It's just from over on Vancouver Island. These guys are the best. One of my favorite all-time products. And we're gonna open them up. Same thing, nice heavy-duty bag. Look at that. Look at that. Remember what we were talking about when we did soils and earths and whatnot? Look at that. That is good stuff. I'm gonna dump him in there. Now the reason I don't use this in the pot is, if you guys remember, my pot only has one small drain hole in it. Again, different color pot, but that's it. Probably not. But there you go. That's the only drain hole that this guy has. I want a light material. Anything too heavy, there's too much water. Too much water is going to choke out our roots. So I want that to be very light. This one is bigger, so I can add heavier stuff. Now, get in there, and again, you're gonna be doing this outside, so don't worry about making a mess. You wanna turn that and mix it all up. Look. That's what you want it to look like. That amazing blend of the black compost and that brown potting mix. That's what you want it to look like. So really get in there, You don't have to worry about getting your compost down to the bottom, you just want it nicely mixed. Then, same thing, we're leveling off. Now you'll notice I'm not using two hands now, I'm just one hand, patting it down. Then I'm gonna give it a rough level, clean off my edges. You know, you guys see me make a mess. I do want to say one thing, I clean up after myself pretty good. Not that much of a diva yet, but I do clean up. And then, look at that, we're ready to go. Look at that mix, that's a great mix. Any plant I put in there, and we're gonna see that, is really, really gonna thrive. And then that is ready to go. And our pot down here that I planted is ready to go. And we're gonna plant in these guys tomorrow. We're gonna see what we've got. We're gonna do tomatoes, but I'm gonna bring down our seedlings. Remember those seedlings we started, our pea seeds and whatnot? I'm gonna bring some of those down and show you how to transplant them. Do you remember we had people, oh, seed transplanting or pea transplanting, they don't like it. Well, I'm gonna show you that they do. And show you how to do it. Now, once they're transplanted in here, we won't be transplanting them again. So that's it. That's all it takes to prep one of these guys. Have fun with it. Make a mess. You're gonna get scruffy dirty. Have a wonderful Wednesday. I can't wait to plant these guys tomorrow. On Thursday, we'll talk to you guys then. Have a wonderful day.